In the age of relentless progress and daring dreams, the world found itself steadily marching toward a future both wondrous and uncertain. By the year 2025, humanity stood on the precipice of astonishing breakthroughs and formidable challenges that seemed to arrive hand in hand, as if fate itself had conspired to test the ingenuity and endurance of the human spirit. Among all who sought to tip the balance toward hope and unity, one figure continually emerged as a guiding light: Elon Musk. His name was a byword for bold ideas and undaunted vision, his reputation built upon a legacy that now included a device destined to change the world, the X-Pod. On May 16, 2025, as dusk stretched pastel colors across the Alaskan sky, word spread quickly. Another seismic calamity had struck, followed by devastating floods. Panic and confusion seemed to ripple outward from the disaster's epicenter, touching lives hundreds and even thousands of miles away. Yet against the trembling uncertainty, a singular sight offered assurance and resolve. Brilliant red domes, standing resilient and unyielding, dotting the landscape like sentinels. The X-Pods had arrived. Their presence was unmistakable, their design both practical and poetic. Each pod, constructed from recycled plastics, masterfully interlocked for supreme durability, stood as a quiet monument to sustainability. Wrapped in layers of insulation, they held back bitter winds, biting cold, or scorching sun alike. On their roofs, arrays of solar panels angled skyward, collecting energy even as clouds and shadows raced by. Starlink satellites spun silently overhead, knitting together the world below with invisible threads of connectivity. For the lucky souls within each X-Pod, the barriers of isolation, of chaos, of silence, of fear were swept away, replaced by the comforting certainty of light, warmth, and constant contact with loved ones and rescuers alike. It was these innovations that marked Elon's true genius, his tireless push to merge compassion with engineering. The X-Pod was not just a marvel of technology, it was a sanctuary. Designed for utmost flexibility, pods could be dispatched in hours, whether by train carving through snow-bound wilderness or by helicopter soaring over fractured landscapes. Each had an ingenious lag-and-drop mechanism, letting it settle gently onto even the most uneven terrain. No matter the environment, floodplain, mountaintop, city street, or farm field, the X-Pod was ready to serve. Inside, the atmosphere was a curious blend of futuristic efficiency and homey comfort. Soft lights and ergonomic furnishings welcomed the weary. Wide windows caught every scrap of sunlight, while inside screens with high-fidelity Starlink connections displayed streaming updates, local terrain maps, and even messages from loved ones far away. Each pod was equipped with a water purification system that transformed muddy runoff into crystalline streams, liquid hope for those parched by disaster. Smart environmental controls kept in the air crisp and clean, while battery reserves, charged each day by the sun, kept life-saving medical equipment running through the darkest hours. Walls could be reconfigured in minutes, shifting from medical bay to sleeping quarters, or from command post to counseling area as the needs of the community evolved. And the world watched in awe as relief teams poured into disaster zones. In village after village, survivors found refuge in this newest of miracles. Local volunteers and international experts worked side by side, guided by real-time information beamed through Starlink's unbreakable web. Doctors set fractured bones under steady LED lights, sharing X-rays, and seeking advice from specialists continents away, Children huddled with teachers, continuing their lessons in safety even as the world outside recovered. Families, once cut off by floodwaters or swept loose from all they knew, reunited and rebuilt, their hope rekindled. For those outside the immediate danger, stories abounded on every channel and in every forum. On X, the social network that bore its creator's signature as vision, messages of gratitude and wonder multiplied. Videos of the X-Pod's arrival and deployment flooded timelines, each clip a testament to resilience and unity. From hopeful memes and heartfelt testimonies, a rallying cry emerged. Elon Musk, humanity's fearless innovator. This event, as dramatic as it was just another movement in the larger symphony of Elon's ambitions. Those who had followed his career knew he had never been content to merely dabble or experiment. His mission was always larger, always bolder. The X-Pod stood alongside other remarkable achievements. Starlink, linking the most far-flung corners of the Earth to knowledge and aid. Neuralink, granting mobility and speech anew to those the world had once written off. He had painted hope onto the brooding grays of a cyberpunk city, revived forests across barren lands. And now, with the X-Pod, he was weaving a safety net sturdy enough for all. That evening, as survivors in remote outposts gazed at the glowing domes and their rescuers busied themselves with preparation and relief, word spread that Elon himself was watching the unfolding drama, not from a distant penthouse, but from a command center alive with activity. The stories swirling online made him a folk hero for the digital age, a modern Prometheus, shaping a future where human ingenuity and compassion were inseparable. But what truly set this moment apart was not just the technology, however extraordinary. It was the way people came together, inspired to act, to share in the work of recovery and renewal. The X-Pod was never meant to replace that uniquely human bond, but to strengthen it, offering shelter in the literal and metaphorical storms that continued to batter the world. And so, as May 16th gave way to night, and as the hum of helicopters faded into silence above disaster zones, gratitude echoed around the world. Let's hear it for Elon Musk and the X-Pod. Voices rang out, part celebration, part pledge. In every story shared, every life saved, and every mind changed, the drumbeat of progress continued. For in the land of invention, where yesterday's dreams become today's hope, the next chapter always waits just beyond the horizon. This was not an ending, but a new beginning, a promise that in the saga of human progress, so long as there are dreamers and doers, the tale of hope and innovation will never truly end.